Hello and welcome for another F5 race. This week we are in Spain, and as we can see, it is raining in qualifying. Will it be raining in the race? We will have to wait and see. As we have someone going out, I think that's I'm not sure who it is. It's a Renault. That will be the Renault of... Is it Jared? No, it's the Renault of Team Bruce Dalins, as he will be the first one out the pits, and so he will be the first one to set a lap. So let's view him. As we have yellow flags already, that's Romano retiring from quali like he always does. Yeah, not really much to say, as Team Bruce is coming around the final set of corners to start his first lap. Finishes out lap, going on the start-finish straight and starting his out lap. His time will be the time that everyone has to beat. We'll see what it will be at the end of his lap as he takes turn 1 and 2, going into the long right-hander, that is turn 3. Just keeping it within the track limits. Purple first sector, which is normal since he's the first one to set a time. Going into turn 5, nice and easy. Using a bit of the curve on the exit, going into the left right corners, not losing the back end as he did on his out lap, through the fast right hander onto, and he's not saving anything. It looked like it because the lights were on, but I think that's just because of the rain that the lights stay on the whole time. Did it look like he lost the back end? I'm not sure. It could have. Let's go on board for this final set of corners as he will now go through turn 15, then the last corner, turn 16. He will come on the final stretch and he sets a 130 flat. What will the Haas behind him set? He was not on his out lap, is the Mercedes on his, that will be Nelson Santos as he sets a 131.6. Then we have a Racing Point, that is Reece March, who invalidated on his lap. Then we have the Renault of Jared Fosbury coming over the line to start his lap. We have a Williams coming around, that's the Williams of Ivan King, as he is also on his out lap. AlphaTauri of Michael Marlowe coming around the final corner as he sets a 131.5. Then we have the Alfa Romeo of Tom Jewell. He does a 131.3. That's good enough for second place for him. Next one who will be coming over the line is the Ferrari of Luke Baker, who is doing a lap very hard in the rain, as we can see him not really getting the best run through the final sector. Then we will That's the Renault of Tim there. Then Jeremy Pope will be the next one to cross over the line as he is on a lap 2. Crossing over the line, he will set a 143.4, as then we have a Mercedes that is Mercedes of Nelson Santos, who did not improve on his time. I think he didn't. And we see the Mercedes of Jose Mandeville, who is now going to start his lap as Jared Fosbury sets a 131.7 and Luke Baker 131.6. As we have a McLaren crashed into the barrier. Is that a Red Bull? I think that's, yes, Tom Spicer starting his lap. Then there's a Williams. That was the Williams of Ivan King. Let's go on board. Where is he? There he is. Ivan King, who goes second fastest with a 131.2, and we have Michael Marlowe 131.5. We have both AlphaTauris coming through turn 1 and 2. As there is Michael Marlowe letting past his teammate TTG Storm, who I still don't know the name of, as he sets a fastest first sector. As we have the Williams crossing line, that must be Billy Mossum starting his lap. Let's keep an eye on TTG Storm as he set a purple first sector. Will he be able to do that with sector 2 and 3 and steal Tim Bursdalen's fastest lap and get him onto provisional pole? As there's a Haas coming over the line. That was... I can't see, there's only one Haas in the lobby, so that must be Jeremy Pope. Then there's a Mercedes, Nelson Santos, as we had a shift in the timings. There's a Mandeville going provisional pole with a 129.9, Jared Fosbury third with a 130.8, Ivan King a 131.2, as we have TTG Storm now coming over the line. Will he be able to take provisional pole? It is third place with 130 flat. And who we have a Williams, that will be the Williams of Billy Mossum, who will be next over the line, and he has invalidated his lap. Tom Spicer setting the purple first sector, as we have then another Renault coming over the line. That must be Tim Bursdalen's, as he will start his lap. Then we have a Racing Point. Is it Reese March? No, yes, it is Reese March, who has invalidated his lap, but that was his out lap, so he's starting the lap now. Jose Mandeville going through the final set of corners, as we have, and he invalidated. Nelson Santos diving into the pits. Jeremy Pope, did he improve on his lap? I'm not sure. 132.1. He might have. So we have Renault coming over the line. That's the other Mercedes who comes in. We have a Red Bull, not Alexander Albon. We have the Red Bull of, where is he? No. Tom Spicer, who set a 31.3. I was looking for the name. I should be keeping an eye on the timing screen instead. As who will be next over the line? We see that will be Tom Jewell starting his out lap. Michael Marlowe goes fourth fastest with a 130.096, only 0.02 of a second behind his teammate, jumping Jared Fosbury on the timing screen. As we then have Billy Mossum coming around the final corner to finish his lap, and he will be sixth fastest with a 130.9. Next one over the line is Reese March, as he goes from provisional pole with a 129.4. Then we have the Haas of Jeremy Pope, who dives into the pits. The Alfa Romeo of Enzo Dutoit, who is starting his lap. Then we have a Renault coming over the line. Is it Jared Fosbury? Yes, it is. And he will not improve on his lap, a 1:30.1. Then we have the Red Bull of Tom Spicer coming over the line again. Will he improve his lap? Yes, he does, only by one position, a 1:31 flat. And then we have Ivan King coming over the line as he did not improve on his time. Then we have the Alfa Romeo of Tom Jewell, who will be next over the line, going around the final corner now and coming onto the straight. Will he set? He does improve, goes second fastest with a 1:29.8. But then we have the Renault of Tim Bruce-Dalins, who will be next over the line. Let's get him through the final corner. Adrian Lennon. Thanks TTG Storm for telling me that in the YouTube chat. Now I can address you with your name. If I can keep that in mind for the rest of the race, that would be nice. So we have Nelson Santos, who will come over the line right now. As that is Enzo Dutoit, who did not have the best run out of the turn 15, and he only goes 13th fastest with a 32 flat. As we have then the Mercedes of Jose Mandeville going for a 1:29.1, going third fastest, as then the Red Bull of Tom Spicer diving into the pits too. Who is not into the pits? We have the... Oh, that's going very wide from Enzo Dutoit, as then the Alfa Romeo of Tom Jewell will probably dive into the pits, as he set a lap already and invalidated this one. Yes, he does. And then Jose Mandeville is not the next one over the line. The next one over the line will be... let's go down. Nelson Santos, as he sets the fastest second sector. Let's see him through the final corners. Sector 3, can he steal pole off of Reese March? As he loses the back end a slight bit through, coming out of turn 15, going really wide out of turn 16, and that is good enough for P8 with a 1:30.2. As then his teammate will be next over the line, that's Jose Mandeville, and he will go on pole with a 1:21.9. Very well done. As then we have the Alfa Romeo of Enzo Dutoit diving into the pits, as I thought. Then we have Michael Marlowe on an out lap. Jose Mandeville probably on his in lap. Nelson Santos also probably on his in lap. Then we have the two Michael Marlowe diving into the pits on his out lap. Then we have the last one remaining on track, who is not on his in lap but on an out lap, is Adrian Lennon, as he slows down to let past Nelson Santos, if I'm not wrong. Then we have Tom Spicer and Reese March coming out of the pits. So we have 3 minutes and 3/4 remaining in this qualifying session. As that is now Adrian Lennon coming through the final corner, as he does that now, starting his lap right now. Let's hop on board with him. Nelson Santos is actually going for another lap. Guess I was going the wrong way. As Jose Mandeville did pit in, as we have Billy Mossum or Ivan King. Let's look on the time screen. That will be Billy Mossum on his out lap. Also, we have then Tom Jewell on his out lap. We have Enzo Dutois on his out lap, Jeremy Pope on their out lap, Team Bruce Dalins or Jared Fosbury. Which of the two has just come out of the pits? It is Jared Fosbury, as Team Bruce Dalins is coming out now too. Let's just drive the rest of this lap on board with Adrian Lennon, as he is not setting fastest sectors anymore. I spoke too soon. Fastest second sector. Will he be able to make it on pole, or at least higher than where he is right now? As that is slipping and sliding through the third sector, going really slow through these turns, but it's wet, so you can't like give a man a break. Then no DRS going on to the final straight as he goes third fastest with a 1:29.7, and then we have the AlphaTauri of Tom Jewell, we have the Mercedes of Nelson Santos going for another lap. We have the Haas of Jeremy Pope, who just starting his lap. Then we have the Alfa Romeo of Enzo Dutois, who will also start his lap. Then let's see Tom Spicer, who is on lap. He will be the next one over the line, coming around the final set of corners, taking it very slow as everyone in this rainy weather. Wet weather, shall I say? I'm sorry. As he goes up by 2 places with a 1:30.1, that's good enough for P8. Jared Fosbury starting his lap, as we have a yellow flag in sector 1. That's the Ferrari of Luke Baker, letting past all the persons on a lap, and I think that's the Williams of Billy Mossam, who has actually spun. Then we have Tim Brazilian starting his lap. We have that's Jose Mandeville on his out lap. We have Adrian Lennon there. Then Michael Marlowe also on his out lap. I think everyone will be on their laps now, as there's only half a minute remaining. Time flies by when you're having fun. Well, I'm certainly having fun, and I feel like qualifying goes way faster doing comms than actually doing quali myself, as Billy Muscle, as we have loads of drivers actually invalidating, well, 2 actually. Let's watch as Nelson Santos improves on his time, goes a 1:21.9, 29.9, I'm sorry. Then we have Jeremy Pope, as he does not improve. Adrian Lennon retiring from the session. Next one over the line will be Enzo Dutois, as he actually loses it around the second to last corner. That will be turn 15, dives into the pits. Tom Spicer also diving in the pits. Michael Marlowe on the intermediate tires, trying to get a better lap in. I don't think the weather is the rain is light enough for intermediate tires, but if you want to try it, I'm sure as hell not gonna stop you. Reese March diving into the pits. Jose Mandeville coming around there, setting the fastest second sector. That will be Tim Brazilian coming around the final corner. Can he improve on his lap? He does not improve on his lap. Then we have Jose Mandeville, who will be the next one over the line, as he set the fastest second sector. Will he keep pole? I think he will. Last week in Hanoi, he was the one literally running away with the race from start to finish, all because of it was raining. I think this guy is really a master in the wet, as he shows that today again. A 1:28.7, actually the only person into the 1:28s. Michael Marlowe not improving on his time on the intermediate tires. Tom Jewell diving into the pits. If you would be kind enough to retire, then we can move on to the race, if it does not do the glitch. If it's raining into the race, then Jose Mandeville starting on pole will probably have a very big advantage, since we saw him last week run away with the whole race since it was wet. This guy is unbelievable. Okay, yeah, I can't get out of my words. This guy is very fast. Yeah, let's say it that way. Dry race. Oh. Well, let's have some fun then. will Jose Mandeville run away with this race if it's dry or not? We'll see, as we have pole position for Jose Mandeville, then followed by Reese March, Tom Jewell in third, Adrian Lennon in fourth, Nelson Santos, Tim Bruce Danins, Michael Marlowe, Jout Fosbury, Tom Spicer, Billy Mossum, Ivan King, Luke Baker, Enzo Dutois, Jeremy Pope, Michael Edwards, and Matt Romano both did not set a time. That will be our 16 driver grid for today in Spain. Let's see where it takes us for this dry race. Will Jose Mandeville keep the advantage or not? If he scores a, I don't mind Gerard staying in P8. Yeah, I can fuck it. That's what I wanted to say. I can believe that you want that. Then, as we can see, it will be indeed a dry race, as we're waiting for everyone to get their setups, make changes to their setups, get their strategy in the right way, change their fuel load. Then we can start the formation lap, and then we can go for a 36 lap race, if I'm not wrong. 36 laps it should be. Everyone, and there we go. Everyone is on the grid starting their formation lap. Reese March really fast off the grid. It's only the formation lap, so no one gives a damn. As there we can see Jose Mandeville on the medium tires, Reese March on the medium tires, Tom Jewell on the medium tires. Everyone get free choice of tires because of the wet quali. Adrian Lennon on the soft tires, actually the only one on the soft tires. He will be doomed to make an early pit stop. Will his strategy work out for him or will it not? That will be the question. A late safety car could really come in handy for him. Then we have Nelson Santos together with Luke Baker, both on the hards. All the other guys on this grid are all on the medium, same as the front three runners. Let's see which strategy works out best. Does people who start on the mediums, Adrian Lennon on his softs, or Luke Baker and Nelson Santos on their hard tires? I'm hoping for Jose Mandeville to get another good batch of points, since that will bring him up the table again, as he's now slowing down to let the grid catch up again, so that he doesn't have to wait too long when he's finally on the grid. As Jared Fosbury will be looking to extend his lead in the championship, I don't think he will be able to win it this race. I'm not sure, I did not do the math. As we are then lining up onto the grid for this race in Spain this week for F5 with a 16-player grid. Matt Romano in the back as usual. Will we get the good view? I'm not sure. Let's see. I don't know. It looks like there we go. Now we will. Looking at Reese March's perspective. And lights out, and we're on the way, as Adrian Lennon has already switched positions with Tom Jewell. Tom Jewell falling down the order. Reese March, who actually made up into first, and there's contact into turn one, and there's a lot of people. That is the AlphaTauri of Michael Marlowe in the barrier. I think he got spun around by either Jared Fosbury or Tim Bruce Danins. It's either one of the two. Let's check if one of them has damage. No damage on Jared Fosbury's car. Let's see with Tim Dalins, as he does not have any damage either. And then we have this big train here at the back, caused by, as we have actually Billy Mussum getting it all wrong through the left right-hander. As this is the train, both Williams in front of the train, followed by Nelson Santos, Michael Edwards, Enzo Dutois, Luke Baker, Jeremy Pope also on the train. Jared Fosbury trying to make a move on Jeremy Pope. Matt Romano trying to stay behind, seeing what he can do. As we then have Tim Dalins on the back of Tom Spicer. There's a yellow flag. I don't know who it is. It's Michael Edwards who has spun. He does have front wing damage. Yes, Michael Marlowe does also have front wing damage. DRS is enabled, which is completely incorrect. As we have then Reese March, it's not saying the delta time, how far he's off of his next rival. Then it's Jose Mandeville who's actually ghosted, not anymore now, as both Renault and AlphaTauri are in the pits right now. And there we go, the grid is, the time screen has corrected itself again. Reese March in the lead, followed by Jose Mandeville and Adrian Lennon in third on his softs. Adrian Lennon will need to overtake these two and build a gap to actually make the strategy work, or he can make it work this way, but I have no idea how he would try and do that. So show me. I'm intrigued. We had some first lap collisions, first lap accidents, but nothing serious yet, as we have then Michael Edwards who has actually spun again, or he just manually retired. I think so. Michael Marlowe being very far behind. Reese March, Jose Mandeville now setting the fastest lap, as Michael Edwards' AI car is still growing. No, it has stopped now. I'm sorry. Then we have Tom Jewell on the back of Adrian Lennon, 8 tenths behind. I don't think that will be enough, since Adrian Lennon is on the soft compound tires. Tom Jewell, please do not bottle your race, because I would not like to see that. Then we have Tom Spicer, who is already 2 seconds, almost 3 seconds behind on the top 4. The gap, this is as if yet a two-way fight for the lead. If they're all within a second of each other, so let's make it, let's say, a 4-way battle, as Tim Dalins has actually dropped down, but dropped down a lot. He's now in front of Matt Romano behind his teammate. I don't know what happened there, I could not quite see. I was too focused on different stuff, as this is Jared Fosbury and Jeremy Pope both trying to catch back up to this train ahead of them. Billy Mussum taking up a 3-second time penalty. Luke Baker then, as he has actually, Enzo Dutois almost misjudged his exit of the right-hander in the third sector, as we could see that from the Luke Baker on board. He just Nelson Santos then in front of them on the hard tires. Then we have Ivan King and Billy Mussum both behind each other. Billy Mussum is catching up to Tom Spicer. He's within the DRS range. Tom Spicer still 3 seconds behind. Tom Jewell is starting to fall back, already 1.5 seconds behind Adrian Lennon on his softs. Adrian Lennon is also falling back. He's 1 second behind Jose Mandeville on his softs. As if now Jose Mandeville will get his 18 points, including fastest lap. He might get 19 points as of now, and both Renaults are outside of the points. They will not move up into the standings. Neither will the the constructor standings change at the top. That is Enzo Dutois getting up a 3-second time penalty, as there's a yellow flag. That is Enzo Dutois, I think. Yes, it is, as he is completely turned around, spinning his car, and as for what I can see, there's no damage on his front wing. Matt Romano avoiding that, although he was ghosted. Matt Romano will be looking to catch back up to Tim Dalins, or he might not be looking to do that, I don't know. He takes it easy all the time. So, as there's Jeremy Pope getting it all wrong through turn 15. Jared Fosbury all over the back of him. Let's go on board. He will not be close enough to make a move as he dives out, pulls out to the inside, does not do anything. Jose Mandeville then still on the back of Reese March, as this is actually not the closest battle we have going on. We have a closer battle, which is Billy Mossum and Tom Spicer. Will Billy Mossum be able to get past Tom Spicer? I think he needs to, because he, by the looks of it, he is the faster driver out of the two, and Tom Spicer might get he can pull Tom Spicer with him, as he just got past right now, and he will now be looking to close that 3-second gap to Tom Jewell. Will he be able to do that, as he's already got a half a second on Tom Spicer? Then we can go to Jared Fosbury on the back of Jeremy Pope, as we have Tim Dennis actually on the back of his teammate, as they are both outside the points. All they need to do is overtake the Haas in front of them, and they are inside the points, or at least Jared will be. As there is Jeremy Pope pulling out to the inside, not making a move. And we will have this battle ready for later. Let's then go do the battle with Jose Mandeville again. Let's keep Jared there, as he is actually 2 tenths behind. Will he make a move into turn 5? I don't know. Let's see. Let's look at it. No, he does not. Or maybe, nope, he does not get the better exit, as Jeremy Pope is actually falling back from Luke Baker. He's still within the DRS range. If he gets outside that DRS range, there are two feisty Renaults behind him who are very eager to overtake. As Jeremy Pope has actually gone outside the... No, he did not. Okay, that was just my eyes deceiving me. He didn't still have the DRS there, as he is now outside of that 1 second gap through Luke Baker, so he will not have the DRS on the start-finish straight, which will allow 2 Renaults to get past in no time, as we still have Tom Spicer on the back of Billy Mossum. Tom Spicer, and there we go, side by side from the two of them. Going into turn 1, Tom Spicer around the outside. Can he make the move? And I think he does. Yes, he does. Billy Mossum trying to go for the switchback as he slots in behind for turn 3. Nelson Santos picking up a time penalty. Then we had the fight for P10 between Jeremy Pope and Jared Fosbury, as they're going side by side again. Jeremy Pope on the outside, Jared Fosbury diving it down the inside, and he makes the move, opens up the door for his teammate behind. That is Timbers Dennis also passing Jeremy Pope, gets tapped from the back. Nothing serious there, as Timbers Dennis and Jared Fosbury will now be looking to catch up to Luke Baker on the hard tires. Let's see what these 2 Renaults can do. At least one of them is into the points already, but 1 point will not get them up ahead by a long way in the standings. Nelson Santos trying to catch up to Ivan King. Ivan King still behind his teammate, which is Billy Mossum. Tom Spicer still in front of Billy Mossum, as he actually got the position back. Tom Jewell, who has now a gap from over 3 seconds to Adrian Lennon in third, and a gap from over 4.5 seconds behind to Tom Spicer. Tom Spicer is actually out of ERS, I just noticed. As same as Billy Mossum, his teammate Ivan King is on 20%. Nelson Santos on 40%. If this gets to a 4-way battle, I think Nelson Santos will be able to run away with it. Also, Nelson Santos will be able to stay out longer on his hard tires. So let's see what happens then. Adrian Lennon still on his soft tires, 7-lap old soft, 1.3 seconds behind. He's not able to close the gap. He's outside of the DRS range. Jose Mandeville inside DRS. Reese March does not have a DRS, but Jose Mandeville can't seem to get away past. He might do so on the start-finish straight right here, as Billy Mossum is literally on the back of Tom Spicer. Going through the third sector, what will they do? Jared Fosbury and Luke Baker, who has also who have also caught up to, Jack Fosbury and Tim Dailies, who have caught up to Luke Baker. As this is Tom Spicer going really slow through turn 15, as then we will see Billy Mossam and Ivan King both on the back of Tom Spicer, who will be able to get the position as Billy Mossam dives out to the inside, gets the move even before the braking zone. Tom Spicer going wide allows Ivan King to try and swoop around the outside, which did not work for him. Now Tom Spicer will have the DRS again from Billy Mossam, as Jared Fosbury has actually passed Luke Baker. Will Tim Dailies be able to do the same? Jeremy Pope falling back by a long way, same is Matt Romano and Enzo Dutois, all of them falling very far behind. Michael Marlowe, he's even longer, even a long way behind. Tim Dailies, Luke Baker picking up a 3-second time penalty. Tim Dailies with the DRS on the softer compound of tire. Yes, he does pull out to the inside. No, he does not he does attempt to make the move in the braking zone, and he does make the move stick down the inside. Jose Mandeville getting a new fastest lap with a 1:19.2, as that is actually, we have Adrian Lennon into the pits. Which tires will he go on to? He will go on to the hard compound of tire, as I suspected. That is Tom Spicer and Billy Mossam driving again side by side. Tom Spicer now taking a position into turn 1, same as last lap. Then Billy Mossam looking very eager to come back at him. What will he be able to do as he tries to go down the inside, but he is not fast enough to stay side by side. The gap between second and first is now almost 7 seconds to Tom Jewell in third. Tom Jewell, please keep this up. This is a podium for you, mate. You love to see it. At least I would. 7 seconds behind the top 2, as that is Jose Mandeville and Reese March. Jose Mandeville actually passed Reese March. Kind of forgot that Reese March was in front, as that is Billy Mossam pulling out to the inside, takes the position away from Tom Spicer. Tom Spicer still within the DRS range, so he might be able to, he might be looking to get that position again on the start-finish straight, as we have Jared Fosbury, who's actually caught up to the back of this train, to the back of Nelson Santos. Nelson Santos 8 tenths behind Ivan King. Will they be able to get past, as Tom Spicer then opening up the DRS? Same for Ivan King, same for Nelson Santos and Jared Fosbury, as we are all doing so. And Tom Spicer will not be close enough to make a move this time, closing in under braking, and then Billy Mossam drives off again, as Tim Dailies is actually firing very far behind. Then we have Adrian Lennon now making a move on Jeremy Pope. He's actually worked on his fresh hard tires. Jeremy Pope on 10 lap all mediums. Let's see, where else can we go and look? Tom Spicer and Billy Mossam still 7 tenths. Ivan King 6 tenths behind. Nelson Santos 4 tenths behind. Then we have Jeremy Pope, what am I saying? Jared Fosbury 7 tenths behind Nelson Santos, as we have this whole train here, as Tom Spicer has taken the position again from Billy Mossam. This fight, I think this fight will go down to the pit strategy and maybe the end of the race, as that is, I think, the Williams of Ivan King, who just picked up damage. Yes, he did, from hitting the back of his teammate. Will he pit? No, he does not pit. He stays out with the wing damage. He's missing a front right end plate. Will this allow Nelson Santos and Jared Fosbury to actually go past, as we have Billy Mossam then pulling out on Tom Spicer, going down the inside as he makes the move, and that must have been desync, because I thought I saw Ivan King spin, as both Jared Fosbury and Nelson Santos both go down the inside of Ivan King. Now Jared Fosbury down the inside of Nelson Santos. Will he be able to make the move? Yes, he has. And then locking up the tires. Is he missing a front end plate? It looked like it, but no, he is not. Now it's just a tire in the way. Then this battle, now both Renaults back into the points, looking to extend their gap with the Mercedes team in the constructors, and also extend their gap to Jose Mandeville, who is looking to steal second place in the constructors away from Tim Mercedes, as Tim Mercedes now has made the move on Ivan King. Also, he will now be looking to catch up to the back of Nelson Santos, who is only 6/10 in front of him, and he will be looking to overtake the Mercedes on the hard compact tires. Let's see what he can do, as we have Ivan King then diving into the pits with his front wing damage, probably going for a front wing change. As we have Tom Jewell on 8.5 seconds away from the top 2 battle. Reese March outside the DRS on 1.1 seconds. As we are still on this train here, Billy Mossum looking to detach from the train, pulling a gap to Tom Spicer, who has actually pulled the gap over 1 second, so he is outside the DRS range. Tom Spicer will not have the DRS anymore, as Jared Fosbury will do so. Nelson Santos and Tim Mercedes will also have the DRS. This is the 4-way battle for P5. Then the 2 Renaults will probably be looking to catch up to Billy Mossum. Billy Mossum taking a 3-second time penalty under his belt. As there is Tom Spicer catching up in the braking zone, as he has been doing this whole race. Tom Jewell now on 9 seconds behind the top 2. Reese March still over a second behind. Reese March out of ERS. Jose Mandeville just about 10% ERS. Tom Jewell on 60% ERS. He has not been burning ERS, which means that he will save ERS to try and catch up to the guy, try and overtake the guys in front when the time is right, or either defend from the people behind. He's definitely saving his ERS. In Reese March and Jose Mandeville will not be doing so, as we have Billy Mossum, Tom Spicer and Tim Bruce-Daly's all pitting. All get overtaken by Matt Romano. It promotes Matt Romano into the points. Matt Romano will still need to make a pit stop, as then Jared Fosbury might be looking to pit this lap. Nelson Santos will probably not be pitting this lap, not yet, on his 13-lap old hard tires. He chose to do the long run on the first stint. Jared Fosbury out of ERS. Nelson Santos having a lot of ERS to play with, over 70%. Jared Fosbury just over 10%, as we have a yellow flag. That is the Williams of Billy Mossum, who has just rejoined on track. He does have front wing damage, and that is very, very sad, since he just pitted. As we then have our leader into the pits, drop down to second place now. That's Jose Mandeville coming out on the hards. He is out already, did not lose that much time. Yes, now he has his teammate all on the back of him, but he is on the fresh hard tires. His teammate on 14-lap old hard tires. Reese March looking to pit this lap then with a 18-second gap. I think he will just slot in behind Nelson Santos, as this is again a load of points for the 2 of them. Billy Mossum then causing another yellow flag in the 3rd sector. We have not seen a safety car or a VSC yet. Michael Marlowe picking up a 3-second time penalty. The 2 Renaults still driving behind each other in 8th and 9th. If we then look at the Mercedes in 2nd and 3rd, they will be scoring loads of points. The Renaults will not be scoring loads of points, as there is Jose Mandeville actually doing a fastest 2nd sector, as Reese March has now gone into the pits. Will he be able to get out in front? I don't think he will. He might be able to get out in P3, maybe P5. We'll see what he does, as he is Jose Mandeville coming out on the straight. Then there is Reese March. He might go out just... Okay, forget what I said. He does come out in 3rd. behind Nelson Santos and Jose Mandeville. Nelson Santos still looking to make a pit stop since he started on his hard tires. Luke Baker's the same for him. It's true, he's on the 15 lap old hard, still looking to make a pit stop. I don't know when, but it would be coming up shortly. Are they going to stretch these hards to go for softs to the end, make it a one stop if that's possible, or will they change for the mediums? I have no idea. We'll see how it plays out as there's Nelson Santos picking up a 3-second time penalty. We have then Adrian Lennon on the back of Reese March. As we have actually the two Renaults fighting each other. I think this is the closest battle on track right now besides Adrian Lennon and Reese March. No, these two are inside the DRS range. Adrian Lennon and Reese March are not inside each other's DRS range. So let's watch the two Renaults as there's Tim Bruce-Daly is opening up the DRS in behind his teammate, not making an overtake, not even trying to, as they are really close together. Tim Bruce-Daly beat it 1 lap earlier, but 1 lap older tires will not make it that much harder. Billy Mossam bidding for softs this early in the race, maybe doing another stop on the softs, trying to go for fastest lap, you never know. As then we have the two Renaults on top of each other. We will see then Tim Bruce-Daly is going way faster than his teammate Jared Fosbury, which allows him to overtake even before the braking zone with the DRS. Now Jared Fosbury will have the DRS and they will probably keep slipstreaming and DRS, giving each other DRS, trying to pull the both of them to Tom Joel in front, who has a gap of 9.5 seconds over these two Renaults. Will they be able to close that gap or will they not? That's the question. To be or not to be? Also, very great question. Tom Jewell, that 4.5 seconds behind the Ferrari of Luke Baker, as there's a Williams actually in between them. I think that might be the Williams of Billy Mossam, because Ivan King is in P10 driving behind Tom Spicer, so that is the lapped Williams of Billy Mossam. Michael Marlowe, who has actually gained a place, overtaking Billy Mossam. Is he? I think he is the. Where is he driving? Oh, he's just started the second sector now. So he actually has quite the gap to Billy Mossam. So then we still have this. Well, this is not really a fight. We have then P3 to P2 is a 1.2 second gap. P4 to P3, and then Reese March to Nelson Santos. Nelson Santos on these old hards, Reese March on fresh hards. Reese March looking very fast, looking way faster than Nelson Santos. He's caught up to 7/10, opens up the DRS. No overtake using Nelson Santos. I'm not sure if he has used his ERS. Nelson Santos is still on 60%, Reese March only on 20%. What will this battle bring us? We do not know yet. As then Billy Mossam is about to get lapped by Tom Jewell. As we still have the two Renaults really close behind each other. There is a Mercedes of Nelson Santos pitting. He will stop for the mediums because I don't think these soft compound tires can make it about, what is it, 14 laps, 15 laps maybe. Yes, there he is going on to the medium tires. And he will actually get overtaken by both Renault drivers. Yes, he does. Is he able to come out in front of this battle between Ivan King and Tom Spicer? Ivan King just overtaking Tom Spicer on the start-finish straight with the DRS on the soft tires, so he will be looking to make another pit stop onto the softs. Will this work out for him or will it not? That's the big question. Nelson Santos now on these fresh mediums, faster than everyone on the hard tires, doing the reverse strategy. First things first, he needs to make way of these Renaults, needs to get past them very quickly, as there's Billy Mossam actually standing still there, as he does not have any damage. Still ghosting, very lucky for all the guys who just passed. Then let's just go back to the fight. Well, it's not really a fight, but Nelson Santos will be looking to catch up to both Renaults as Luke Baker now pits 2. Luke Baker will lose out to Nelson Santos. Nelson Santos will be able to overtake Luke Baker. That promotes Tom Jewell back up into P4. I don't think he's gonna be able to get Adrian Lennon, Reese March and Jose Mandeville back, but I mean, just try your best. Then both Williams actually, is it both Williams into the pits? I think it is. No, that's Billy Mossum who has DNF'd. And then we have Ivan King who just came out of the pits. Luckily he did not get held up by his teammate who has left the session. As then we have Jose Mandeville here in front of Reese March. Reese March not being able to catch up to Jose Mandeville. Then Adrian Lennon, who is behind Reese March within DRS range, only 6/10. Will he be able to make a move on this? And there's a safety car, as that is Reese March still going, and Adrian Lennon diving into the pits. This is perfect. Actually, what happened there, that is Michael Marlowe who has crashed, completely helping his teammates. Really good. That does help Tom Jewell too, as they are already. Oh, Tom Jewell, what have you done? 5-second time penalty, speeding into the pit lane. This is gonna be something for both Renaults, and they both dive into the pits. They're going to double stack. I don't know if this is a smart idea. We'll see. Let's stay on board with Tom Jewell. Chad Fosbury, as that is, yes, he will get held up by his teammate as he can now make it into the box. Luke Baker, who only just pitted a lap before, is coming out in P7. Very unlucky. If he waited one more lap, he could have gotten the prime opportunity to pit a late safety car. This is perfect for perfect for Adrian Lennon in third, who will be able to pit a lap earlier than the other two guys ahead. Let's go look at them, as then Adrian Lennon is actually flying through the second sector. Make sure you don't cross over the delta. And then there you go, Jose Mandeville diving into the pits. Reese March probably following him in, and yes, he does. All going on to the mediums. Then we will have Adrian Lennon in third. I think he will stay in third because he has to keep himself to the delta since the safety car has not come out yet. But he will be back on the back of Reese March again, as then we have. He is not going too fast on the straight. You should actually get a move on. No, you cannot get P2 anymore. Then Nelson Santos really lucky with this safety car. Still in P4, P1 and P4 for both Mercedes drivers. This is very lucky. Tom Spicer now pitting this lap, as he could have actually done last lap. I do not see why you wouldn't. Matt Romano still on his hard tires. I don't see the point of that either. There it is. Tom Spicer, you just got overtaken by one of the Renaults. You could have pitted a lap earlier, and then yeah, that might not have happened. There, Matt Romano pitting now this lap. Probably didn't want to double stack with his teammate, although by the time he got into the pits, his teammate pitted this lap, so basically it would have worked if you pitted last lap. Then we have the Jeremy Pope also in the pits. Has he just switched tires? No, he's switching to the hards. I do not. Okay, yeah. I mean, do as you like. As we have Team Bruce Dalins catching up to the pack. this will be it. Last lap dash, last few laps to the end, which actually still 10 laps to go. What will happen, I don't know, and we will see. As we then have Tom Spice, who has caught up, Jaap Fosbury, who is caught up, then we will be looking for Ivan King to catch up. Enzo Dutoit will be next, followed by Matt Romano, and then last one will be Jeremy Pope. If they could get a move on and catch the pack, then the safety car might be in this lap, probably next lap, if I'd have to make a guess. As we are actually, I'm very curious to see this battle between the top 3 players. Adrian Lennon starting on softs. It really worked out for him. He's still in P3. Then we have Reece March and Jose Mandeville. Jose Mandeville really winning the last race, winning in Bahrain, if I'm not wrong. I think that is, he didn't win in Britain. So if he wins this one, he will have these 2 wins in a row, but his worthy opponent at this time, Reece March, also worthy last week until he was able to pull away in the wet. Reece March really looking fast in the wet, same for Jose Mandeville. I think there we go, safety cars in this lap. And Jeremy Pope has retired from the race, did not notice that. As then Jose Mandeville looking to catch, to slow down the grid with this whole grid behind him, warming up his tires, letting the safety car dive into the pit lane, as we have a really long train here because of the safety car. I'm sorry. And then let's see if he can get a good restart. This is not a very nice view to look at, so let's go back to the broadcast. It's good for a little bit, but not the whole time. Both Renaults not really picking up good positions this race, as that is the safety car in, and there we go. We're off racing. Jose Mandeville did not get the best start, as that is Reece March trying to make a move around the outside. Jose Mandeville covering it up, again going very wide. Adrian Lennon could have tried to go for a move, but he did not, as he is on the back of Reece March, deploying all his ERS, and now trying to go for the switchback. No, he does not make it, or will he? Trying to go around the outside again, taking a bit wider line, then going shorter on the exit to try and make the switchback, but it did not work, as we then have the gap following between P3 and P4. It might just be Nelson Santos holding everyone up to get his teammates, giving him better chance to win, but I do not know if that is the case. They might be in a party together, I'm not sure. If Nelson Santos gets on the podium, manages to do so, I will ask him, but as if now that is not the case. Lap 24 out of lap 33. I was wrong with my 36 laps, and there is Enzo Dutoit, who has actually spun in the 3rd sector. That is Jose Mandeville now making a fastest lap with 118 point something. It was too late to see, as there we have the Renault of Tim Daly, who has actually gotten in front of his teammate. His teammate has been in front this whole time, and then now Tim is in front. He's now on the back of Luke Baker, looking to overtake him again in this race. What will he be able to do? He needs to dispatch of Luke Baker, Tom Jewell, and Nelson Santos to actually catch up to the top 3, who are there. Jose Mandeville already pulling a gap over 1 second, which means Reece March is outside the DRS range. Then we have Adrian Lennon inside the DRS range. DRS has not been enabled yet after the safety car. Will he make the move on Reece March later in this race? I do not know. but we'll see, and that will promote him up into P2. As Nelson Santos has actually created a 2-second gap from him to Adrian Lennon. It could really be him holding up the pack for all the others, but I'm not sure if it actually is. As then the DRS has not been enabled yet, but Timbersdale is eager to make a move on Luke Baker, and yes, he does make a move on Luke Baker even before the braking zone. There we go. As we also saw Tom Spicer pulling out but not making a move. Timbersdale is now up into P6, looking to catch up 1.5 seconds to Tom Jewell. Then get past Tom Jewell, get past Nelson Santos, and then looking to catch up 2 seconds to Adrian Lennon. As we have his teammate Jared Fosbury behind Tom Spicer. All three of them behind Timbersdale is all looking to make the best of this race, get the highest points they can get. So now Timbersdale is 1.6 seconds. Does not have much ERS left to play with. As we have Jared Fosbury who made the move on Tom Spicer. I'm sorry for not noticing that. I just saw after the move was done. We will be looking to make a move on Luke Baker now. Just catch Luke Baker for these 9/10s that he is in front. As we have Tom Jewell actually diving into the pits. Does he have front wing damage? Let's just stay on Jared or not. Where is he? There's Tom Jewell. Let's see. Yes, he does. He is going for a front wing change and has to serve his 5-second penalty. Resmart still within the DRS range of Joseph Mandeville. Well, got back within it because he was over about 1.2 seconds behind. Then we still have Adrian Lennon in the DRS range of Reese March. Not the best exit there, losing some time to Reese March, but then not outside the DRS range yet. Then Nelson Santos, who has pulled a 3-second gap to the top 3 already. I think he maybe wants to get on the podium, or he might not want to and might just try and make sure that Timbersdale and Jared Fosbury not catch up too much, and that will actually help Joseph Mandeville really a lot in the Drivers' Championship, since Timbersdale will now be looking at, what is it, 15, I think it's, wait, let's see, 1, 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, as Timbersdale is now looking at 10 points, make that 11 with the fastest lap, which he does not have, so 10 points. Joseph Mandeville will be taking 26 points as if now, so that will not be the best for Timbersdale, as Timbersdale really needs to watch out for Joseph Mandeville, as he is really catching him in the driver's standings, and there's only 2 races to go after this. We have Luke Baker still on the back of Timbersdale, and then we actually have Ivan King all on the back of Tom Spicer. Jared Fosbury has a very big lead in the standings. Well, it's reasonable. Okay, my English not there. As we actually have the top 3 on the minimap, they came very close together, but now actually back to 6/10. Timbersdale is now within the DRS range of Nelson Santos. Luke Baker picking up a 3-second time penalty. Matt Romano getting himself inside the points again as usual. Maybe Tom Jewell trying to go for the fastest lap on his soft compound tires that he just pitted on. Matt Romano, he always does it. Starts last, but always finds himself into the points. Don't ask me how he does it, but he does it. We just keeping an eye on the battle for P1, this 3-way battle, as actually we should also keep an eye in the back for Timbersdale, who will be looking to get past Nelson Santos. Nelson Santos is actually 4 seconds now behind. Then that 1 point from Joseph Mandeville will now get taken away by Tom Jewell. So make that 25 points for him going up in the standings, as Reese March has no ERS left. Same for Adrian Lennon. Jose Mandeville actually has loads of ERS to play around with, and then we have Tim Bruce Daly's on the back of Nelson Santos. He has been these last couple of laps, but now he's getting really close. He will be looking to make a move. Nelson Santos on about, both of them on about 30% ERS. Then Jared Fosbury looking to pass Luke Baker if he can. Luke Baker does not have DRS, Jared does have DRS. Then same here, Tim Bruce Daly's, he does have DRS, Nelson Santos does not, and he makes the move even before the braking zone. There we go, and up into P4 through turn 3 now, as Jared Fosbury would be looking to get past Luke Baker to give them even more points. Now 3 laps left, about 3 laps left, maybe 4 laps, because the last lap counts also. So let's say this is lap 30, then 31, 33. Let's say there's about 3.5 laps left. Then Tim Bruce is able to catch up a 5-second gap within 3 laps. I do not know, and I do not think so. I don't think he will be able to do so. Very well played by both Mercedes guys. I'm not sure if it was intentional from Nelson Santos to do that, but it could have been. As Jared Fosbury has gotten past Luke Baker. I've been looking at the screen and I did not see it. I'm really blind. Well, there's Nelson Santos picking up a 3-second time penalty. If Jared Fosbury can actually stay within 3 seconds, he might be able to get P5, which means that they will get even more points than I expected at the start of this race. If you were looking at their positions, they were both outside the points. What was it, P14 and P13, which is not very good for them. I think the driver's standings, there's not going to be a lot of changes at the top. The constructor standings, I mean the driver standings, I have no idea. Jose Mandeville might still be looking to get that second place in the driver standings. And he is doing a good job of getting there as of now. Being in P1, looking to win this race, as we are on lap 31 after this third sector which we're in right now, about to start lap 32. As we actually have Nelson Santos and Tim Bruce really close to each other. Coming around final corner, Nelson Santos will have the DRS. Tim Bruce will not have the DRS. Is he catching up? Tim Bruce no ERS. Nelson Santos having over 30 ERS. He might just save that for the final lap. It's only lap 32 right now, as we have Adrian Lennon on 1/10 of Reese March. Reese March must have made a mistake because they're almost 2 seconds back from Jose Mandeville. This will go down to the last lap, as a slight touch from Adrian Lennon, not picking up any damage, still on the back of Reese March. Reese March outside the DRS range. Adrian Lennon will have the DRS. If he's smart, he will wait till the last lap to get him. Reese March really, I think he's deploying everything. Yes, he must be deploying all of his ERS, because even with the DRS, Adrian Lennon cannot seem to get past. As we are about to go on the last lap, we still have Ivan King and Tom Spicer also fighting for P8, which will probably give them about 4 points. Then Luke Baker is not fast enough to get past Jared Fosbury again, and there he is. There he is, Adrian Lennon trying to make a move, and he almost makes it. Does not get the best of runs through the first 3 turns, allowing Reese March to stay ahead. There's only one DRS zone you can make a move. So let's see if it will work. Then Nelson Santos on 3 tenths behind. Nelson Santos actually sets the fastest first sector. Is he trying to go for fastest lap this lap? He might be. Yes, I think he is using the overtake right here on the exit of the corner. Let's go back to Adrian Lennon and Reese March on this last lap in the last DRS zone. No, he does not. He's not close enough to make a move. I think this will be the racing order if time penalties can still come into play, but let's go on board with Jose Mandeville to the last couple of corners to go over the line. Jose Mandeville will be winning a second race in a row. Reese March just picking up a 3-second time penalty just now. There it is. Jose Mandeville wins the race. Reese March in second. Adrian Lennon in third. Tim Dalins will be fourth. Nelson Santos in fifth. Jared Fosbury takes fifth away from Nelson Santos. Well played by the Renault drivers. Luke Baker takes P7. Luke Baker drops down to P9 as P6 is for Tom Spicer, P7 for Ivan King, P8 for Nelson Santos. Luke Baker takes P9, Mano P10, Enzo Dutoit taking P11, and then Tom Jewell taking P12 as he will go over the line right now. Slows down. And there we go. That was it indeed. What a race. We had loads of action. Not all the time, but when there was action we did have it. Then we have our driver of the day provided by Codemasters, which is Tim Dalins. So we have a podium ceremony, which it will be the Mercedes and the Racing Point, also the AlphaTauri on the podium. Never mind. Voila, there we go. There is our grid. Jose Mandeville winning the race, followed by Reese March and then Adrian Lennon. That is our podium. P4 goes to Tim Dalins, Jared Fosbury, Tom Spicer, Ivan King, Nelson Santos, Luke Baker, Matt Romano, Enzo Dutoit, Tom Jewell, Jeremy Pope will be the first one to DNF, followed by Michael Marlowe, Billy Mossam, and Michael Edwards. That is our grid for today. Now, since we did our grid rundown, let me invite the 3 podium positions. Reese March on the podium again, same as last week. Yes, invite players. Then bro, where is he? Let's go on Discord because I don't know the names. I really should add them in my friends list. Come on. There we go. 9 to 11 8. There we go. And then Reese March, the Rice Man. Oh my god. Why is it so hard to find people? Where is Reese March? Let's invite Adrian Lennon then, since that's easier. TTG Storm. There we go. And now we still need to find Reese March. There he is. There we go. That should be Reese March. Now let's get off the blue screen so we can go back, so people can hear us. There we go. So then let's start with our winning Mercedes driver Jose Mandeville. Very well done. Getting rain in quali must have helped getting pole, I guess, since you're really good in the rain. Like, talk us through your quali and then the race, since you led the race from start to finish.
So quali just did my thing, you know. The wet seems to be very good to me, and I keep it going nice. The race was actually a little bit more difficult because I didn't get the best start off the line, and Reese March overtook me. But then I was just chilling behind him, waiting for my time to overtook, and then never looked back. So yeah.
Well, just keep your head down and drive. That's a very good way of doing things. You must be very happy with getting first 2 times in a row. You had it last week, and now you had it again.
Yes, sir.
Jumping up the table in the driver standings. You think you're gonna be able to overtake Tim Bresdalen's before the season ends?
Tim easy.
Yeah. Well, you heard it. You heard it. Easy. He's gonna do it with ease.
I think it'll be. My goal is obviously to get Jared, but that's the impossible task because he just keeps on getting good results. But I mean, we'll see. There's 2 rainy circuits coming up.
Yeah. I
maybe
think we still have Brazil and Singapore left.
Yep. Maybe there could be some rain. Maybe there could be some DNFs. Who knows?
Who knows, indeed. Well, are you looking forward to racing in Brazil next week?
Not quite. I have to practice. That's not one of my better tracks or my favorite tracks. So we'll just get to practicing and see how the race face is on next Sunday.
Okay, then let's go to Reese March in 2nd place. You also having 2nd this week, 2nd last week, twice in a row on the podium, twice in a row in the same position. You had a good qualifying in P2, overtook Jose Mandeville on the line, and then had a very good race after that. Just talk us through.
Yeah, well, it was super intense from start to finish, not gonna lie. And yeah, I kind of bottled it near the end and almost lost, was almost out of the race, not gonna lie, but somehow caught it and defended off TTG Storm, I think it was, for the rest of the race. But yeah, it was a really good race, and again, I think in qualifying it raining helped me out as well, because I'm pretty decent in the wet as well. But congratulations to, I'm sorry, what's his name again? I completely forgot.
Jose.
Okay, well, congratulations to Jose. Oh my god, it was an intense battle, but well-deserved win.
I love the battling with you, mate. You're good, good driver.
So good.
Clean driver.
Thanks, man.
Well, Reese March, are you looking forward to racing Brazil next week? Like, you gonna do good at getting another podium, or?
Maybe. I'm not too sure what to say. I guess if it rains, maybe, but I don't know. Honestly, I have no clue.
Yeah.
We'll hope for the rain.
Well, I guess you two will be praying for the rain, both of you. Let's then go with our 3rd place on the podium, which is Adrian Lennon. You had I can't remember which position you were in quali, but you drove a great race, that's for sure. Getting a different strategy starting on the softs. I wasn't sure if it was going to work out, but that safety car really must have helped you. Just talk us through.
I don't think he's in the party.
Yeah.
Is he not? Oh no, he's not. I'm sure I invited him. Well then, I've been talking to the walls, it seems like. Yeah. Then that was it for today, and I hope you can all join again next week. Thanks for watching, and that's it.